Hi, welcome to ChemTube channel. Today we are going to look at the SBP paper 1 trial questions 2023. So first question, which of the following substances exist as molecules? Molecules. So we know that molecules must be the covalent compound. Covalent compound. So we look into the option here. So iodine. So iodine, the formula is I2. So this is a molecules. So A is the answer. We look into the B. B, helium. Helium is group 18. So it exists as monoatomic. So it's atom. So carbon also exists as atom. Then calcium also as atom. So these three, B, C, D, they are atoms, not molecules. Question number 2. Which of the following is matched correctly? So we look into one by one. So we look into A, sodium 24. Okay, detector to study the sewage. So sewage actually, this is the application for hydrogen 3. Hydrogen 3 as the isotopes. If sodium 24 actually is the detector leakage of the underground pipe. So this one actually is sodium 24. So meaning that iodine, if iodine 131 actually is used to detect the thyroid cancer, to treat the thyroid cancer. We look into B, lead 210. So 210 is used to estimate the age of the artifacts. Okay, for this one actually is the isotopes of carbon 14. Lead 210, it can also use to estimate the age, but is up to 80 years only. So for the artifacts actually is more than 80 years, so it's not correct. Okay. Cobalt 60, sterilizing the surgical tools. So this is correct. So beside here, beside this, cobalt 60 also can use in the radiotherapy. So the answer is C. Number 3, which formula is for iron 3 oxide? So if iron 3 is Fe, 3 positive, oxide is O2 negative. So to write the balanced chemical formula, so we interchange the number of the charge. So it's 2, so this should be Fe 2 or 3. So C is the answer. Okay, question number 4. Okay, diagram shows the apparatus to determine the empirical formula for metal oxide. So once you see this apparatus, we know it is for the reactive metals such as the magnesium. So what is the purpose of lifting the crucible lid at intervals during the heating process? In other words, you need to open this lid from time to time. So what is the purpose? So the purpose is actually we want to allow the oxygen to enter to react with the magnesium inside here. So that magnesium, it can react with oxygen to produce the magnesium oxide. So this one times 2 to make it balance. Question number 5. The following are the characteristics of the element Q and R: form complex ions, form colored compound, and it has more than one oxidation number. So we look at these characteristics. They are special characteristics for transition metals, right? So what are the Q and R? So meaning that we want to select the transition metals. So the first one is chromium. Yes, chromium is the transition metals. Iron, yes. Okay, cesium actually is group 1, so it's not the transition, so 3 is not. Barium is group 2. Okay, so it's 1 and 2. Which of the following is matched correctly? So we look into one by one. A, glycerol C3H5OH bracket 3. So we can see all of the atoms in the glycerol, they are non-metals, so it is the covalent, so this one's correct. Okay, chloropicrin, so this one also non-metals actually, so they should be the covalent, not the ionic. Okay, then sodium chloride and NaClO3. Sodium is metal, Cl and O is the non-metal, so it should be the ionic. Ionic. Then paracetamol C8H9O NO2. So this one, all are non-metals. It should be the covalent. Okay, not the ionic. So the answer is A. Question number 7. Okay, which substance has a pH value more than 3? So pH value more than 3, it should be the weak acid. Weak acid. So first A, acid which used in the battery. So this one actually is a sulfuric acid. So it's a strong acid. So A is out already. So B, acid used in the making the pickles. Okay, so this one actually is the what acid we use. So it's a vinegar. So vinegar, the range should be 2 to 3 pH. So it's most likely this answer. We look into the C. Acid present in a lemon. So lemon is a citric acid. So citric acid, the pH is roughly 2. Okay, pH is like 2.2. So it's if compare B and C, so B will be more close to the answer requirement of this question. The acid present in the gastric juice, so it's a hydrochloric acid, is a strong acid, so D is out already. So the answer, the best answer here will be B. Question number 8. Okay, which of the following methods will not increase the rate of reaction between the zinc granules, okay, and the hydrochloric acid in Ketolan? So first will not, okay, not increase. So we have to choose the best answer. Use the zinc powder. So if we reduce the size, it will increase the rate of reaction. So this one not the answer. Heat the hydrochloric acid. Yes, it will increase the rate. So also not the answer. We put a catalyst into the mixture. Catalyst will increase the rate of reaction. So also not the answer. Add water into the hydrochloric acid, meaning that we increase the we increase the volume, meaning that the concentration now is decreased already. So if decreased concentration, the rate of reaction will be decrease, not increase. So the answer should be D. Question number 9. Okay, which of the following elements are composition of the steel? So steel, so in steel the composition will be iron is the main elements. Second one is the carbon. So these two only. Okay, so 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 should be B. So now how about the stainless steel? Stainless steel, the composition will be, okay, beside iron and carbon, it has extra elements. They are Okay, first one is a chromium, another one is a nickel. Okay, so beside iron and carbon, like in the steel, it has chromium and nickel, make it become stainless or stainless steel. Question number 10. Okay, what are the part of the components in the borosilicate glass beside the silicon dioxide? So here we know that in the borosilicate glass, okay, what are the main ingredients or main components? Okay, so first one is the silicon dioxide. Okay, beside that, it has also sodium carbonate. Next will be calcium carbonate. Okay, after that is a boron oxide. Then finally is aluminum oxide. So now we look into one by one. Okay, so A, aluminum oxide, yes. Sodium carbonate, yes. So A is the answer. We look into B, boron oxide, yes. Copper 2 chloride, no. Calcium oxide, no. Silver chloride, no. Lead 2 oxide, no. Calcium carbonate, yes. So the answer is A. Okay, next 11. Okay, in the thermite reaction, iron is extracted from its ore using the aluminum. So which of the following metals can be extracted from its ore using the same reaction? Okay, so here for this thermite reaction is normally involve the metals with the higher reactivity compared to aluminum, because normally we use the aluminum. So in order to extract the ores, the metals, right? So it should be more reactive than aluminum. Okay, for example, okay, manganese. Okay, what else? Iron. Besides irons, like chromium also. Okay, and then this reaction is very high. It's very exothermic. You release a lot of heat during the reaction. So here, let's see. First, gold is less reactive than aluminum, so gold is out. Silver also out. Will be chromium. Okay, chromium is here. Okay, so the answer is B. Magnesium is too reactive. Okay, so normally we will not use the thermite reaction to extract the magnesium. Diagram shows the apparatus for the dehydration process. So dehydration is the reaction to change the alcohol to alkene. Okay, so this is the apparatus. So the glass will soak in the compound S. So S here should be the alcohol. Then the gas T should be the alkene. So let's see. So S, ethanol, okay, is correct. So ethanol acid is wrong. So it changed to alkene. So alkene, not the alkane. So this one should be, the answer should be D. Okay, question 13. Okay, which reaction has the positive delta H? So if you see, you want to get a positive delta H, it is referred to the endothermic reaction. Okay. So the first one is the dilute sulfuric acid added to the sodium hydroxide solution. So this one is a neutralization. So neutralization is exothermic. So exothermic should be the negative delta H. Zinc powder is react with the copper 2 sulfate solution. So this one is a displacement. Displacement also exo. Okay. Then calcium carbonate is heated strongly. So this one is the thermal decomposition. Okay. Okay, thermal decomposition, so it is the endothermic. Okay, so endothermic is a positive terminal, positive delta H. The piece of potassium is put into the water, so this one, alkali metals react with the water, so it is exothermic reaction also. So the answer is C. Okay, question 14. Okay, it shows a type of polymer. So which of the following substance example of this polymer? So this one is actually is a backlight. Okay, so you can choose the backlight as the answer. Number 15. Okay, sorbitol is an example of the food additives. Sorbitol actually is a replacement for the sugar. Okay, sweetener. So H is under flavoring. So which of the following substance has the same function as sorbitol? So sorbitol, it can give the sweet flavor to the food. So let's have a look in the option here. So monosodium glutamate is giving the flavor to the food. Ascorbic acid is the antioxidant, and then monoglyceride, no. Acacia gum, no. So the under flavoring, it has only one option here, is a monosodium glutamate. It's MSG, give the flavors to the food. Okay, number 16. Okay, which of the following interconversion of the metal cause the kinetic energy of the particles increase? Kinetic energy increase means that the movement of particles is increased, meaning that the particles, it can move freely compared to the initial one. Okay, so let's see. Ice to steam. So ice initially is the solid, so it turns to gas. So how is the movement? Yes, the particles, it can move freely in a gas form. So the answer is A. So water to ice, water is a liquid to ice to be solid. So the movement of the particles decrease, so kinetic energy also decrease. Steam to water, so this one is a gas, it turns to liquid, so this one also decrease. Then this one steam to ice, this one gas to solid, so the particles cannot move freely in the solid, so the kinetic energy should be decreases. Okay, 17. Which of the following substance has the correct empirical formula? Okay, so this one we have to check one by one. Okay, so butanoic acid. So let's see, butanoic acid, normally we write C3H7COOH. So if we combine it, it becomes C4H8, then O2, right? Okay. But if this one is the molecular formula, so can we simplify it? Yes, we can simplify it, right? It becomes CH2 or C2 H4, then O1. Okay. Then how about this is ethyl ethanoate? So ethyl ethanoate. Okay, so if we write the normal general formulas with CH3COO, then C2H5. So it is under C4H8, then O2. So if we simplify it, it should be C2H4O. Okay. Then how about glucose? Glucose is C6H12O6. So the empirical formula, if we simplify, it becomes CH2O. So this one not correct. Then pentanol is C5H11OH. So if we simplify, it becomes C5H12O. Okay. Since here we have one only, so we cannot simplify it anymore. So this is the empirical formula. Huh? So the answer should be D. Okay, question 18. Okay, you are given three elements in the period 3. Okay, so PQR. P is the metal, has a high melting point. Q is a gas, provides an inert atmosphere for welding and high temperature. So we know this is group 18. Okay, then this one semi metal used to make the semiconductor. Then this is metal should be group 1 to group 12. Okay, so which of the following arrangement correct for the elements in the ascending order of the atomic size in the periodic table? So for these questions, right, so we know that if PQR, they are in the same period, okay, period 3, right? So across the period 3, the size, atomic size should be getting smaller, okay, because the proton number increase from left to right in the period 3. Then the attraction force between the nucleus and the electrons becomes stronger, so it will pull the electrons, okay, towards the nucleus. The size will be decreased. So meaning that the smaller should be the Q, is group 18. Then at the medium here should be semi-metal, should be R. Then the metal should be the biggest size. So here, if the question say ascending order of the magnesium, so meaning that from small to bigger size, so be Q, R, and P. Q, R, P. So C is the answer. Question 19. Okay, which of the following substances need to be added to the propanoic acid to produce the sodium propanoate salt? Okay, so this one, if propanoic acid, sodium propanoate salt, so acid with alkali produces salt. So we should choose alkaline, right? So this is a neutralization actually. So if sodium, we should choose the sodium hydroxide is alkali. Okay, question 20. Okay, diagram shows the electron arrangement of a compound. Okay, so this is ionic compound, right? So we see the charge already achieve octet electron arrangement, meaning that for the sodium atom, it should be 281, right? Okay, positive 1. Lost 1 electron, so become positive 1. Then chloride should be 287, right? It gain 1 electrons from the sodium, then it becomes a negative 1. So which of the following elements can react with the chlorine to produce another compound which have different type of particles with the compound? Okay, so if different type of particles here, we should choose the non-metal. So non-metal, okay, it should be carbon and hydrogen, which forms a covalent compound, a covalent bond. Okay, then it forms a molecules, right? So under this one, the particles is ions, right? The question mentioned different types of particles, so here we can choose a covalent molecules. So how to get the molecules? So we can choose the covalent bond, so 3 and 4. Okay, next question 21. Which of the following statement is correct to describe why the solid sodium chloride cannot conduct electricity, but molten sodium chloride able to conduct electricity? So here you have two conditions. So one is molten, it can conduct electricity. Solid cannot. So for this one, the keywords or key concept here is the freely moving ions. So let's see the definition, the explanation. The ions in the solid sodium chloride cannot move freely. Yeah, yes, correct. But it can move freely in when it is melted. Okay, correct. So the answer is A. Huh? Question 22. Diagram shows the apparatus set up for an electrolytic cell. So we have carbon electrodes X and Y. Then the electrolyte is the copper 2 nitrate solution. So first we need to list out all the K-ions and N-ions. So copper 2 nitrate solution. So we have copper 2 ions, then nitrate ions. From the solution we have hydrogen ions and then the hydroxide ions. So here we can see the half cell equation and then the E naught value given. So based on the electrolytes, so the positive terminal, so here is positive, X is positive, so then anions were attracted to here. So hydroxide and nitrate, one of these will be selectively discharged. So we know that hydroxide and nitrate, okay, so the hydroxide ions will be selectively discharged because it is less positive. So hydroxide ions will be selectively discharged. So once it is discharged, it forms oxygen gas and then water. So undergoes reduction. Okay, so at the end here you will see the colorless bubble gas produced, which is the oxygen gas. Then at the cathode here we have copper and hydrogen. So copper and hydrogens, so the one with more positive, so copper is more positive E naught value, so copper will be selectively discharged. So at the end you will see brown solid is formed here. So you will see brown solid is formed. Okay, so what is the observation? So observation at X, you will see the bubble gas. Then Y, the observation here, it shouldn't be write down the copper as the is observation. The correct one, it should be a brown solid. Brown solid is formed. Okay, you shouldn't write the copper, but I think the Y here or are writing down the products here. The observation should be the colors, or here will be the colors, bubble gas, and so on. So the best answer would be D here for this question. Okay, next question 23. The equation, ionic equation, represent the reaction between the sodium thiosulfate solution and the sulfuric acid. So which of the following statements explain the effect of the increasing of the concentration of the sodium thiosulfate solution? So meaning that if concentration is increased, meaning that the concentration of thiosulfate ions per unit volume increases. So this one is the the number, actually the number of thiosulfate ions, not the concentration. No? Okay, the number of thiosulfate ions per unit volume increases. Okay. 24. Composite materials are made up of matrix and strengthening substances. So composite material X used to construction of the bridge and dam. So what are the properties of the matrix? So here, the matrix here, the composite materials here for making the bridges and dam, this one is a reinforced concrete. Okay, reinforced concrete. So what are the properties? So it should be, it has a high compression strength and resistant to corrosion. No? Okay, the others are incorrect. Low compression strength, so this is wrong. Low stretching strength, okay, this is wrong. High stretching strength and flexible, so it is not flexible. Okay, so the answer should be A. 25. The composite, okay, this one is the same questions, so we continue. 25. Following ionic equation represent a chemical reaction here. So X with Y2 plus produce X2 plus and Y. So this one actually is a displacement reaction. Which of the following is correct about the statement? So this one is under oxidation and reduction. So very easy. We look into the oxidation number. 0, X is 0, no charge. Oxidation number 0. Becomes X2 positive, so positive 2 as the oxidation number. So oxidation number 0 to positive 2 is increased, so meaning that this is under oxidation. This one is positive 2 to change to 0, decrease. So meaning that this one is under reduction. So meaning that which oxidized substance is the X oxidized. Then reduced substance should be Y2 positive. Okay. Then oxidizing agent, the one undergoes reduction, so it should be Y2 positive. Reducing agent is the one undergoes oxidation, so it should be the X. So the answer should be D. Okay, next question, 26. Okay, which of the following practice does not support the green technology concept to minimize the negative impact to the environment? Okay, so this one we look into one by one. A, usage of nuclear energy as an alternative sources. Okay, for this one, nuclear energy actually it can produce a lot of energy for, like say, electricity, but at the same time actually it would cause the effect, okay, negative effect to the environment. So it has pros and cons. Okay, if it is not handled properly, it brings a negative impact. B, usage of food container made from the coconut husk. Okay, so this one, yes, it will give a good one. Okay, then C, usage of domestic waste as water fertilizer. Okay, also can. Usage of natural gas vehicles, so this one also can. Okay, also can. So meaning that does not support. Okay, does not support. So just now we mentioned is A lah. Okay, because it will produce a negative impact to the environment. Okay, question 27. Okay, now we have two compounds, compound P and compound Q. So compound P, we can see it has the carbon-carbon double bond. We know it is a alkene. Okay, alkene. So 3 carbons. So 3 carbons. So this one is actually is a propene. Propene. Then this one is a hydroxyl group. So this one is the alcohol. So this with 3 carbons. So this one is a propanol. So which of the following properties are similar for the P and Q, alkene and alcohol? So both does not dissolve in water. So this one is a wrong one because alcohol dissolve in water. Propene insoluble in water. Number 2, exists as gas at room temperature. Okay, so propene, okay, P is in a gas form. Okay, but for the Q is a propanol. Propanol is alcohol, so it is in a liquid form. So B, number 2, also not correct. Decolorize the acidified potassium manganate 7, meaning that it undergoes oxidation. So alkene undergoes oxidation, yes. Alcohol undergoes oxidation also. So number 3 is correct. Then number 4, undergoes a combustion reaction with oxygen. Yes, all the carbon compounds, it can undergoes combustion. So number 4 is correct. So 3 and 4. So the answer is D. Okay, next question, number 28. Table shows the heat of neutralization for 2 chemical reactions. So we can see the heat of combustion, heat of neutralization for set 1 is 57.3. Okay, so meaning that this one is strong acid and strong alkali. Number 2 is less than 57.3, which is 55 kilojoule per mole. Heat is released, exothermic. So which of the following statement is best explained why the value of the heat of neutralization for the reaction 1 and 2, they are different? So meaning that set 1, this one is higher heat of neutralization, this one is lower. Okay, why? Okay, so here actually is because of this ethanoic acid, which is the weak acid. Okay, weak acid ionized partially in water. Some of the hydrogen is not ionized completely. So during the neutralization, the heat is absorbed by this ethanoic acid molecules so that it can ionize to form the hydrogen ions. So 28, let's see which one is the best explanation. All the heat energy, all heat energy is released in the reaction 1, and some of the heat release is reabsorbed in the reaction 2. Okay, so this reaction, this explanation is correct. So that the heat energy is reabsorbed in the reaction 2 to ionize the ethanoic acid actually molecule. Okay, because it is ionized partially because of it is weak acid. So the answer should be the A. Okay, 29. Okay, it shows the formula of the polymer X. Okay, so what is the correct about the polymerization? So this one actually is addition polymerization. So number A, polymerization involves the monomer from 2 different homologous series. So this is wrong. 2 different. Actually, this one is for the condensation polymerization, not the addition polymerization. B, polymerization reaction produces a polymer X and another byproduct. If it has a byproduct, it's a condensation polymerization. So this one also not correct. Number 3, C, the polymerization reaction occur at the functional groups of the monomer involved. Yes, this is correct. D. The polymerization occur towards monomer which has a single covalent bond in its molecule. Not the single covalent bond, actually it's double. So the answer should be C. Okay, question 30. Okay, diagram shows a screenshot chat message between two colleagues in a cosmetic company. So let's see the messages. Linda, the lips moisturizers that I met has a problem. Okay, so at 10:30 a.m. So what is the problem, Zuzi? So let's see the picture. So this, take the picture. The lips moisturizer, it looks like it melt, okay, then release the it forms water droplets actually. So which of the following substances need to be added to the lips moisturizer to overcome the problem? Okay, so here formaldehyde to obtain the homogeneous mixture in the ingredient. So in here actually under lips moisturizer it has actually addition of two chemicals here. That is, number one is sodium lactate, another one is glycerin. So we should choose among these C and D. So we look into the C. Sodium lactate to retain its moisture. This one, if the problem now is it is very dry, okay, cannot moisture anymore, not moisture anymore. So we should add in the sodium lactate. But here this one is it is very liquid, right? So glycerin to thicken the structure. Yes, this one should be the choice. Okay, question 31. The following are information about the particle X. Particle X. So X2 negative ions, it has electron arrangement of 2a8. So this one is ions already, meaning that in atom it should be 2x6 before it gained 2 electrons. So this one is X atom. Okay, so meaning that it has 16 proton. Then the number of neutron is 16. So what is the nucleon number? So nucleon number actually is a proton plus the neutrons. So obviously it's 16 plus 16. So it should be 32. Okay, question 32. Okay, a reaction between 5.4 gram of element Q with X gram of chlorine produce a compound with the empirical formula of QCl3. So what is the value of X? X is the mass. So for this one, okay, is actually we just follow the steps to find the empirical formula. So now we have Q and we have chlorine, Cl. Okay, so first we find the mass. Mass, this one is 5.4 gram. This one is X, right? So after that we find the mole. Okay, mole is the mass 5.4 divided by the Q, the molar mass is 35.5. Sorry, is 27. So X now we don't know, over 35.5 is the number of mole. Then we get the empirical formula is QCl3, meaning that the ratio, simplest ratio, this one Q is 1, then Cl is 3. So to get the value of X here, so we use the cross multiply. Okay, cross multiply. So at the end you will see the X actually, okay, cross multiply, we will get so X over 35.5 equals to 5.4 over 27 times 3. So at the end you will get X equals to 21.3. gram. So the answer is D. Question 33. Okay, so what is the oxidation number for chlorine? Okay, in the sodium chlorate. So here, sodium chlorate. So what is the X here? So we just replace in Na is positive 1, O is negative 2. Okay, negative 2. So we total up. Na is positive 1 plus Cl is X plus CO is negative 2, then it has 3 of it equals to 0. So meaning that X is negative 5 equals to 0. So how about X? X should be positive 5. So C is the answer. Question 34. So an experiment was conducted to investigate the reaction between the iron wool with the greenish yellow gas from the group 17. So greenish yellow gas, we know this one is chlorine gas. Okay, iron wool, so we know the equation should be Fe react with chlorine. So it forms what? Iron 3 chloride is fixed. So this one you can check back to chapter 4 in form 4. So let's say 1.625 gram of brown solid is formed. Okay, brown compound. So this one is iron 3 chloride, right? Iron 3 chloride. Okay, brown compound, the products, right? Okay, so this one is the mass is 1.625 gram. Okay, then the question asks you what is the volume of gas Y. So what is the volume? Okay, so first we find the number of mole. So mole equals to mass 1.625 over the molar mass. So molar mass for iron 3 chloride, you can total up. Okay, all this you total up is so it's 56 plus 35.5 times 3. Okay, so use your calculator, you can calculate. So you will get over 56 plus 35.5 times 3. Okay, so you will get 0.01 mole. Okay, so after you get the mole for this, then you compare with the chlorine. So here we can see 2 mole for 2 mole. Okay, 2 mole of iron 3 chloride produce compared to 3 mole of chlorine. So here if 0.01 mole iron 3 chloride, so how many more? X more, okay, of chlorine. So also cross multiply, you will actually get 0.015. okay, for chlorine. So after you have the mole for the chlorine, then we can calculate the volume of chlorine. So it's more 0.015 times the molar volume is 24. So you will get 0.36 cubic decimeter. If we want to get the cubic centimeter times 1000, so you get 360 cubic centimeter. So the answer is C. Okay, next question. Glucose used to in fermentation, right? Okay, to release to produce the ethanol gas and gas P. Okay, gas P here turns to lime water, cloudy, so meaning that this one is a carbon dioxide. Okay, now X gram of glucose used to in the fermentation release 8.4 gram of cubic decimeter of gas P. So what is X? Okay, so this first we need to write the balanced chemical equation first. So C6H12O6 undergoes fermentation, it produces ethanol, C2H5OH, and then the carbon dioxide. So we have to make sure that it is balanced. So we'll try and error, this one times 2, this one also times 2. So it is balanced already. Now gas P is a volume is 8.4 cubic decimeter. So what is the mole? Divide by molar volume 34, so you will get 0.35 mole. Okay, so 2 mole of carbon dioxide produce 1 mole of glucose, right? 1 mole of glucose produce 2 mole of. So that meaning that how many mole of the X? X should be half, right? So meaning that is 0.175 mole. So once you have the mole, then very easy already. So mass equals to mole 0.175 times the molar mass. So we total out. Okay. So 12 times 6 plus 1 times 12 plus 16 times 6. Okay, so we total up, use your calculator, you will get is 31.5 gram. So the answer should be boy, yeah, boy. Okay, now here a group of students went for camping by the beach. They want to boil 5 cubic decimeter of water using the wood collected near their tent. If the fuel value is 20 kilojoule per gram, so what is the mass of the wood needed to be burned? Okay, so first we need to find what? We need to find the heat release first, right? So we have Q equals to mc theta, correct? So what is the M? M is a volume of the mass of the water. So here M, it should be in the cubic centimeter, right? So 5 cubic decimeter, so times 1000. So you get is 500. 5,000 cubic centimeter. So M should be 5,000. C is 4.2. Then what is the temperature change? So room temperature is 27. Then you boil it, right? Okay, here meaning that boil meaning that is 100 degrees Celsius. So the theta here should be 100 minus 27. Okay, so use your calculator, you get 1533000 joule, meaning that it is divided by 1000 is 1533 kilojoule. Okay, now you have the Q already. You are given the fuel value. Can you find the mass? Yes. Okay, we just use the formula. The mass of the wood is the what? Is the Q, the heat release, divided by the fuel value. Okay. This one Q is the unit is kilojoule. Fuel value is kilojoule per gram. So after you cancel these two, so you'll get the value of the gram. So Q is 533 divided by fuel value here is 20. Okay, so you will get this 76.65 gram. Okay, so the answer is donkey. Question 38. Okay, a rubber tapper wants to send the latex to rubber factory. However, he found that the latex had coagulated after a few hours tapping the rubber tree. So what should he do to solve this problem? Meaning that to avoid or to prevent the latex coagulates. Okay, so meaning that it needs to add in some ammonia solution, because the ammonia solution, it will neutralize the hydrogen ions produced by the bacteria from the air. Okay, then the protein membrane remain negatively charged, so repulsion will occur, so they cannot collide. So protein membrane, it won't break, then no coagulation will occur. Question 39. A group of students carry out the experiment to investigate the factor affecting the rate of reaction. Excess calcium carbonate chip were put into the conical flask containing the nitric acid. Okay, so here we can write out the equation. Calcium carbonate react with nitric acid now. Then you produce calcium nitrate, then carbon dioxide and water. So need to balance the equation. This one times 2. So we know that this one is in excess. So the volume is 150, maximum volume, the V. So which of the following which of the following volume and concentration of nitric acid should be used if the student want to obtain twice the volume of the volume in a longer time? Longer time meaning that the lower rate. Okay, yeah. So here first we need to calculate the number of mole. Okay, so number of mole, we can see we use the MV over 1000. You will get concentration is 0.5, V is 25. So you get over 1000 is 0.0125 mole. So meaning that this one is 0.0125 mole. Okay. Next, if you want to get the twice the volume of gas, so meaning that mole, it should be double. The new one, the mole should be 0.0125 times 2. So meaning that it's 0.025 mole. So we can calculate here which one will get the number of mole 0.025, then it will be the possible one. So here we can calculate MV over 1000. So concentration is M, volume is a V. So MV over 1000, we just calculate. This one you get 0.025 mole. The mole is correct. This one is 0.005 mole. Okay, so this one is wrong. This one is 0.025. This one possible, 0.025 mole also. So here there are 3 number of mole, A, C, and D, which will get twice the volume of gas. But here, which one will produce a longer time, meaning a lower rate? So initially is 0.5 mole per cubic decimeter concentration. So here, if 0.25 mole per cubic decimeter, yes, it will. It has lower concentration, then it has lower rate of reaction. So this one can. Then double check this one. C 0.5. This one same as the initial one. So meaning that the rate of reaction should be the same as initial one. But this one 1 mole per cubic decimeter. This one the rate of reaction should be higher. Meaning that it takes shorter time, so cannot fulfill the requirement of the questions. So only one answer fulfill the condition, which is A. A. Okay, last question. Diagram shows the flowchart of the cation test for the apparatus set up for a gas test found in the salt X. So we need to know what is the salt X. So salt X undergoes test with excess sodium hydroxide. It will produce a white precipitate. It will dissolve. Dissolve here is a pizza, lead, zinc, and aluminium. So here we still cannot differentiate which one. But here under excess ammonia, only one will dissolve the white precipitate, which is the zinc. So meaning that we know that in the salt X, it has zinc ions already, huh? Okay, for ions. For the gas test, so gas X here we have zinc, but we don't know the anions here. React with the sulfuric acid. So here you produce gases. Then if you test with the glass rod with concentrated ammonia, so it will form a white film here. So meaning that this one actually, what is the gas will be produced is the hydrogen chloride gas. So what can produce a hydrogen chloride? So actually we can confirm this is a zinc chloride. Okay, zinc chloride. Now we look into the question. Method W is used for the reaction between the X and lead-2 nitrate. So X here is a zinc chloride with the lead-2 nitrate. So it will produce what? It will produce a colored solid Y. So what is W? And observation when Y is put in the water and heated. Okay, so here we know that if this equation, this reaction occur, so you produce what? Lead-2 chloride and then the zinc nitrate. So this one is a solid. So this one actually is what? Is a precipitation reaction. So not titration. So what is the observation? So observation here, this one, the lead-2 chloride. So lead-2 chloride is a white solid. Okay, white solid. So it's not the yellow solid. So yellow solid, it should be lead-2 iodide. This one white solid dissolve in hot water and reappear when it cooled down. Okay, so the answer should be B. Okay, so that's all for the SBP trial question in the paper 1 2023. Okay, thank you for your attention.